And I just realized you guys couldn't hear me. So apologies for all of that before. I was talking about how the transition didn't go as planned and my mic was off. Obviously, this is my first time doing this, so have some grace with me, guys. But look, guys, we're gonna get straight into it. It's currently what, 1 a.m. in the morning. But look, we got some business to do, man. We got some stuff to do. We got some things to go over. And it's something I'm really passionate about, business, finances, and just hope that I can find my tribe out here while I go through this. So without further ado, let's get straight into it, guys. So as you can see from the thumbnail, the topic of this live stream is giving an offer someone can't refuse, right? Components of an irresistible offer. And I have a great presentation put together for you guys. I'm going to pull it up right now. Great, great, great. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Right. So, this is all about a shift in mindset. So, when you are approaching a customer and you say, okay, this is the price, right? You want to make sure that you're giving them a price that's going to win by selling certainty, confidence, and clarity. So, that being said, it's not just all about the price, right? There's certain things that you can say, certain things that you could do that can instill more confidence in that buyer. Let's move on. Excuse the mouse. So, by the end of this, right, we're going to talk about why competing on price is a losing game, why customers pay more when they feel sure about your product or service, how to become the safe choice, building trust before the transaction, and winning by making it simple. So, the price trap, the uncomfortable truth. When price is the only differentiator, you commoditize yourself. So 82% of buyers say the price is not their top purchase driver. And who would have thought? A lot of people think, oh, everybody goes for the cheapest, right? I mean, maybe not you, but there's a lot of people out there who want to go for the cheapest. 64% of customers value experience over price. And you are 3x more likely customers are 3x more likely to buy again when they feel understood. So look, guys, when we're talking about approaching a customer, right, you have to understand, put yourself in their shoes, right? You have to understand that they're just like you. They want to deal with people who they like. They want to pay a good price. They want to. It's not that they want to. There's no such thing as a good price, right? They want to pay a price where they feel they're not getting hammered. They want to pay a price where they feel that, okay, yeah, I don't mind. I'll do this because it's something that I need. It's something that I really want, and you're making the experience easier for them, right? And a lot of this is mental psychology, right? When you listen to what to the customer's actual pain points and to what they have to say, you can use that information to your advantage. For example, if you're gonna do a asphalt ceiling job, right? And for those who don't know, you take some tar, you put it on top of an asphalt driveway, and you sweep it around to make it look fresh again, right? So if you're speaking to a customer and they say, "Hey, yeah, we've been meaning to get this done for the past few years, and we just got um, we just got some money together to finally do it." You know, all these things that they're telling you, all these little things that they're telling you about the story, telling you about their house. These are all points that you should be making mental notes about, right? You make these mental notes so that when you go back to the customer, you say, hey, yeah, I know you guys have been looking to get this done for the past few years, and you want to make sure that it gets done right. You want to use a reputable company. Here's a little bit more about some of the past jobs that we've done. Even if you don't have any past jobs, right? There's always a way to um, find some sort of proof of concept, right? I don't want to say steal people's pictures online, but with things like AI now, you can make anything look real. You can make your business look legitimate, um, even though you don't really have true past performance. So, okay, you're doing the asphalt ceiling. Look, we usually charge $200 for the travel fee, but because we want to make sure that we leave a lasting impression with you guys, we're gonna waive that. Total price is gonna come out to whatever, $10,000, 5,000, whatever the case may be. But the point is that you're putting people in a position where they feel valued, right? It's not more so the $200 came off, like, right? What's $2,200 to 10,000? But it's the fact that you listened to them, the fact that that you extended yourself to go the extra mile to make sure that they were comfortable. All right, so let's move on. So the race to the bottom, when price is your only leverage, right? Uh, you it's a race to the bottom. It truly is. So if you are doing, let's say, I mean, I don't know. Let's just say you bid some masonry work, whatever the case may be. You're selling sandwiches. Margins are very important, and the more you discount your margins, the more of a disadvantage you're at. Now, okay, I can't say that for everybody because there's some people who have truly 100% margins, 200% margins, 300. Okay, what's 50% out of 300% margin? You're still making 250% on the cost basis. Um, but hello, a race to the bottom, right? So if you're undercutting the market, how many other people are going to undercut the market? Right? You always think that there's someone who's not as desperate as you out there when there's plenty of people who are as desperate as you. So, margin erosion, every discount eats directly into your ability to deliver quality and sustain your business. So, now business, right? Anybody can do a business, but who can sustain a business? That is what it's really about. Who can sustain for the longest? And lowering your margins, right? Because you just want to get the job or you just want to sell the product. Um, it's not sustainable. Let's be honest. You as a business owner, you need to be making profits. So now, attracting price shoppers. Price buyers are disloyal, guys. And people who I can't tell you how many times. Oh, look, I want the cheapest. But I'll give you all the. I'll give you all the referrals you want. Blah blah blah. Just want the cheapest. Yeah, it's not gonna work out, guys. It's not gonna work out. Those people, they just want what they want, and they'll probably get on with their life. Now, is that saying that's how all people are? No, but let's be realistic. So now, devaluing your expertise. A lower price signals low value. Okay, let's get into this. If I'm selling a product and it's easily easily a product that you can sell for $10. Easily sell for $10. Let's call it this right here. I have a little example. All right. Okay. You make this make now your cost, right? You make this, let's say for $2. Little Valentine's Day thing, got some flowers in it, got some butterflies. You see it. Okay. Now, if I sell this for $2, okay, it's the dollar store. right? That a lot of people be like, it's gonna break in a few weeks, it's gonna break in a few days. But something with this level of craftsmanship, even though it's not nothing crazy, but something like this at the right time, at the right place, in front of the right customer, could be going for 50, right? Because there's lights, you see all the you can say it's handmade. So the point is that if this was in a dollar store for $2, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's cheap. Yeah, I'm just get it real quick, right? Or you could say, maybe I'll charge $50 for this on Valentine's Day for that guy who's last minute to get a gift for his wife, for his girlfriend. Sell it to him for that much. And at that price, it seems like like even without the external factors, right? If someone says, okay, this is $50. Okay, it's $50. How many people are gonna really question that value, the value of that? Like, right? It's $50, $50. Um, and I just want to make sure that we're sticking to time here. So, unsustainable growth. You can't invest in people, tools, or quality when you're barely breaking even, right, guys? So, this goes back to margins. If you want to have good margins in business, don't discount your product or services. Learn how to make an offer that people can't resist. So, what customers actually buy? Price is only one level. These are the other four. Customers buy certainty. I know exactly what I'm getting, right? The customers want to know exactly what they're getting. Whether if you're providing a service, you're going to do masonry work, you're going to do roofing, they want to know that you are providing exactly what you say you're going to provide. Customers buy reduced risk, right? Even if you don't have the lowest price, if you have a price, if you have a product or service that is going to stand the test of time, let's say a new roof, and you put the warranty on that roof for 25 years, whatever the case may be, 7 years, 10 years, whatever the case may be, right? A customer is going to like that because they know, okay, if I look up and my roof is gone one day, I have a warranty on it. Okay. Now, confidence. They trust people who deliver. Now, how can you prove that you deliver? Well, you have past performance, you have reviews, you have word of mouth. There's a lot of different ways that you can show confidence to your customer. And then finally, clarity. I understand exactly how this works. Okay, so now this works both ways. You tell the customer that you understand exactly how this works. I would hope you understand, you know how it works if you're in business, right? And but the customer also has an idea of how the process is going to go because you're upfront about it. You communicate well about it. You know, you're just a good communicator with them, right? There's no it's not going to be any upsells later. They didn't sign any fine print that signs their life away, right? Just clarity. So these are the pillars that we're going to say, right? Certainty, reduced risk, confidence, and then finally clarity. All right, let's move on. Certainty. Excuse me. So why certainty matters? Okay. Why does certainty matter? You tell me. Because uncertainty is expensive. All right, so let's go over this. When customers don't know what they're getting, they default to the cheapest option because at least then they minimize their potential loss, right? But when you provide certainty about deliverables, timelines, outcomes, you give the customer permission to choose on value instead of price. So now let's take it to consider timelines, right? If the customer says, "Oh, um, I need to clean this house. I have an inspection in 2 days." Uh, Well, this is a 5 day job. If you want it in 2 days, this is going to be the price. But these 2 days, everything that you want, crossed off the list. We could do it, right? That is providing certainty, right? Certainty to your client because like, let's say you say, "Oh, all right, maybe we can finish in 2 days. We can't really tell." Um, Now you don't sound sure of yourself. So the point is, right? Back to the point. Uncertainty is expensive. A customer does not want to potentially lose a delay, let's say delay a closing because they couldn't get the property cleaned on time, right? So now you coming in saying, "Oh, maybe that's uncertainty," and that's going to cost at the end of the day. So certainty signals, right? So let's talk about what certainty really is. Clear, detailed scopes of work, clear, detailed products, right? It's not like Temu where you're ordering, I don't even know what they sell on Temu. You're ordering construction equipment. I don't even know. They sell construction equipment on Temu that's not even construction equipment. It's just you just sit down and ride around in it. It's not even it doesn't even work. Wait, maybe it does. I don't know though. Okay, so specific deliverables listed, firm timeline with milestones. People always like that. Even if you can't stick to the timeline, within an acceptable range, right? Let's say okay, maybe you'll be off a few hours on this, or maybe if a day or two on that. Firm timelines matter, right? Um, Fixed pricing. So I know in construction, specifically, like someone could say, "Oh, the price could be between 100,000, 250,000." That's not gonna rock. It's not gonna rock at all. You need to be giving out fixed prices. And if you're bidding jobs where you're like steadily always losing money, then you need to do a better job of bidding jobs, right? But the point is that you don't want to give someone an iffy price. Oh, it could be this, it could be that. Because what are you going to sign on the contract? At the end of the day, is it what they feel better towards? No, it's not what the customer. Oh, I feel better with 100,000. Let's just sign there. You take on a job and now you can't finish. No, give a price where you know that you can complete the job. And then obviously written guarantees, contracts. Luckily, where well, at least I am in the land of the United States of America, where a piece of paper you can take someone to court. Right? It's very easy. You could very easily take someone to court. Not to say like that's what's gonna happen, but written guarantees is kind of what makes the USA a great country, right? Because it can be upheld in court or amongst a jury of peers, whatever the case may be. And then visual examples and mock-ups. Okay, this is what I was saying, right? Even if you were new to business, with the way AI is set up now, you could just make a quick mock-up, right? I mean, like, okay, excuse me, guys. If you have, let's call it, I mean, like, let's call it this again. Let's just call it this. Now, if you walk up to somebody, if somebody walked up to me and said, "Describe this," right? Oh yeah, I mean, has butterflies, it's pink, it's a glass dome, it sits on a black base, there's some gold leaves in there, gold stems, gold petals, the butterflies are beautiful. Okay, but let me tell you a secret. 99.9% of the world's population eats with their eyes first. No offense to the blind people. No offense. But The world population eats with their eyes first. What's the first thing a kid is gonna say when they see this? Ooh, shiny. So we're all just kids, right? No matter what the age is, we're all just kids in grown adult bodies, right? But we still have the point is that when you see something you like, right? When people see something like, oh my goodness, you did a great job on that person's driveway, or that food that you made, the pictures on Instagram, they look so delicious, right? People eat with their eyes first. So always have something in hand to show people so they can have a visualization of what working with you or the product that you're going to sell to them looks like. Okay, let's move on. So, certainty in action. Now, on the left, you have a before proposal, and on the right, you have an after proposal. So, as you see, the before proposal is very vague, and it says, "We'll be painting the exterior of your building. Price between 45,000 and 60,000." Okay. No, that's what the customer is gonna say. They're gonna be like, okay. Uh, no timeline given, right? Does anybody see a timeline here? No. Approximately, I don't know. No material specification and no warranty mentioned. Okay. All right. Now this is the after proposal on the right side, which is certainty driven. We will apply two coats of Sherman-Williams to all surfaces. The price is 52,500. Will be done in 21 days. We'll have daily progress updates. We'll give you a material spec sheet. And on top of that, there's a 5-year warranty. Now, okay, the proposal on the left said 45,000. Obviously, oh, I don't want to spend too much money. But now this guy coming in at 52,500, but I get a 5-year warranty. Ah, it's gonna be done in 21 days. Ah, you know, I think I'm just gonna go with the more expensive guy because he's providing me with value. He's giving me value. He's giving me, and the value is the information about how the job is gonna get done. He's giving me certainty, so I will pay for that certainty. Okay, let's move on. So I just want you to think to yourself. Um, about your proposals, about your conversations, your follow ups. What is still vague that could be specific, right? What is still vague that could be specific, that could give certainty to a customer or a potential customer? Let's move on. Customers buy reduce risk. So, the psychology of risk. People feel losses twice as strongly as equivalent gains. Let's say that again. People feel losses twice as strongly as equivalent gains. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means if you piss somebody off, they're going to be more pissed off than they would have been happy if you did a good job. Times two. So let's just think about some of the things that goes through a customer's head while you're giving them an offer, a proposal, a product. Okay, number one thing is gonna say, what if this doesn't work? What if it doesn't? What if this product doesn't work? Or what if my wife, she gets angry at me for spending $50 on this? What if I pay somebody to do my roof and I give them a 50% deposit and they disappear? What if there's hidden costs, right? I remember one time I had somebody come through to the house to do um, some. It was a mold test. We wanted to test if we had mold in the house because it was a smell. And when I called them, they said, "Oh yeah, it's $300. Just sign the paperwork. It's like a few pages." I'm thinking, I don't even know what I thought it was. And before I knew it, they were at my house, signed the paperwork. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I could pay now." They're like, "Oh no, they'll call you to pay." They called me $700. How did something that's 350 go to 700? Okay, wait, I'm on the phone with them. What happened? Oh, well, you signed the paperwork. Each one of the tests that we put in your house is so and so amount. Blah 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 blah. What? So if I call and I say it's 350, you're gonna just charge me double the amount because I didn't read the paperwork. Granted, I'm in the wrong for not reading the paperwork, but I was not expecting that. Okay. And what if this takes twice as long? Look, guys, there's not, I mean, nobody knows the future, right? But you can be pretty accurate, or not pretty accurate, but you could be somewhat accurate as to when you think a job will be done, right? Or when a product will be complete. Now, if there's overrun, communicate that. But twice as long as you said, 21 days, what? Now turns into 42 days? Come on. Anyway, the psychology of risk. These are all things that's going through a customer's head, like, before they want to make a decision about who they give their hard-earned money to. So now, how to de-risk? Guarantees and warranties. Remember that proposal that we spoke about? The person gave a 5-year warranty, but their price was higher than the guy who had who didn't give any warranties. So put your promise in writing. If you're confident in your work, guarantee it. This shifts risk from the buyer to you. Don't be scared to hold the risk. Unless you're selling certain products. Obviously, there's certain products that you can't warranty, but if you can warranty it, warranty it. Reference and case studies. Let others vouch for you. Third party validation is the most powerful form of risk reduction. That is true. If you have somebody who can vouch on your behalf, who can endorse you, why not? It's like a cosign in the music industry, right? If you have a larger artist than yourself, this is probably not the best example, but if someone says, "Oh yeah, I like his music. He's someone I'm looking out for who's been in the industry for a while," then yeah, like people are gonna look out for that person who he's speaking highly of, right? So now, same thing applies. If you have a customer it's like, "Oh, you have anybody who I can speak to about who can endorse you for this type of work?" Blah, blah, blah. Sure, I have so many people. Who do you want? You want me to give you their number directly? Okay, right. So don't be afraid of like confrontation, like, right? And when I say confrontation, I mean like take things head on, or like something like this is very easy. It's just very easy to do. If a customer wants references, give them references. Milestone payments. Okay, so back to the roofing example, paying 100% upfront for any construction, I don't care what it is not the smartest thing to do. Why is that? Because like a contractor can run out of money before the job is done. Realistic, anything, it could be anything. Contractor can, you know, say, oh, I got money from another job coming in, and that job gets delayed, you know, and now they have to dip into the 100% that money that you gave them to make payroll. There's so many things that can happen. So if you're given 100% of the money up front for something before it's delivered, unless it's a product, unless it's a product and certain services, um, yeah, it's not gonna work out for you, the customer, and for you, the contractor. You need to, everybody could say, oh yeah, I trust myself, I'm a responsible person, but for you, the contractor, you have to make sure that you're putting yourself in a position to succeed, right? And you need to know how much it costs to start up the project, and how much it costs to get the project to 50% completion, right? You just need to know those things, and like 50% completion, um, it's not the same as 50% of the cost to you, the contractor. Um, just saying, So if you're charging 50,000, and they say, okay, um, I'll give you 25,000. That 25,000 in some cases could get you to the end of the project, right? And then whatever is left over, you is just whatever it is. But the point is that know your numbers. Knowing your numbers is important. And then the transparent process. Show them exactly how you work. When they see the system, they trust the outcome. All right, guys, let's move on. The risk equation. So perceived value is expected benefits, right? And perceived risk. So if you know anything about mathematics, you know this is a numerator and a denominator on the right side. Expected benefits on the top, perceived risk on the bottom, the denominator. So lower the denominator and the equation changes in your favor. You don't need to be cheaper, you need to be safer. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. Perceived value. So you have expected benefits, right? What are the benefits? How does value mean? And reduced risk. Hear me out. So, what is the number one risk your customers worry about when choosing your service? And what could you offer today to neutralize that fear? Think about it, guys. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. What is the number one risk customers worry about when choosing your service? So, customers buy confidence. I trust these people to get the job done. I trust these people to get the job done right. Okay, that is confidence, right? So the trust triangle, confidence is built on three pillars working together, right? These all work cohesively together, okay? Do you clearly, oh, sorry, competence, right? That's the trust triangle. Confidence. Confidence is built on these three things. Number one, competence. Do you clearly know what you're doing? Can you articulate your expertise without jargon? Not too many people can do that. Character. Are you honest about your limitations? Do you follow through on small promises? Guys, I was seeing a job. Are you honest about your limitations? Again, it goes back to customer says, can you do the job in 2 days? You start saying, oh, yeah, maybe, da 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 da, blah, blah, blah. 2 days comes up and you're not done. And on top of that, you're asking for more money. Now you tell me the character of that person, because someone who's honest will look at that job and say this is not a 2 day job. It's not. And but there's people out there who will lie and say yes, this is a 2 day job just to get the contract, which is not the way it should be, guys. It's not the way it should be. Consistency. Does every touch point, proposal, call, email reinforce the same standard? So now there's a term, vertically integrated, um, and it's a company who has multiple like multiple. I don't want to say trades. I want to say multiple. Like, okay, let's take for example a real estate company. In real estate, you have acquisitions, you have development, you have financing, you have property management. So a vertically integrated company has all those things in house. They don't outsource. So the point I'm trying to make is the consistency and able to pull that off, right? You need to, you can't, I mean, maybe you can, but you can't say, okay, XYZ acquisitions and then ABC, ABC financing, right? Where is the consistency in the naming? So that you have to ask yourself, where's the consistency in my communications? Where's the consistency in my follow ups? Where's the consistency in my emails? Where's the consistency in my proposal? Is it like, if your proposal looks clean, but then your email looks like jargon, like what's the point of even sending the email with the proposal attached, right? So you need to make sure that you're instilling confidence, eh, 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 confidence in a way that, you know, uh, when people see you or they hear from you, that they know that this is a company that doesn't play around. This is the actual company. Okay. And you'll be surprised, like, right? You think like these are just regular business tips. But the truth is, a lot of people out there don't know how to do good business. They don't. Because there's no formal education for business, right? I mean, anybody could get up tomorrow and say, "Oh, I want to start a business." Um, but yeah, being a good human gets you further than anything, right? So that's where building confidence comes in. So now, practical confidence builders: respond faster, acknowledge limitations, show your process, right? Professional materials, giving names, right? Might want to give names of people on your team, or certain vendors, whatever the case may be. Give names, make people feel comfortable, make people think like, oh, I think I might know someone who works there, or oh yeah, my brother's wife, child used to work there, or something. I don't know. Just make people feel comfortable. Get on the same level as them, right? And then on top of that, follow up relentlessly. Follow up relentlessly. Do what you say you'll do when you say you'll do it every single time. Come on now, guys. Come on now. Come on now, guys. You're not following up and you want to be in business, it's never going to work out. It's never going to work out, guys. Want to follow up and be in business. You want to follow up to be in business. Or to be in business, you want to follow up, right? Yeah. Listen, guys, there is power in the follow up. There is power in the follow up. Well, but we'll get to that in another video. So now, rate your business 1 to 10 on each of these: competence, Character, consistency, competence, character, consistency. For me, competence, I'll give myself a 9 out of 10. Character, I'll give myself a 10 out of 10. Consistency, I'll give myself an 8 out of 10. Like, you got to be honest with yourself, guys. Like, a lot of these things, just require self reflection, and you know if you want to that's if you want to improve your business, right? If you want to actually have an offer that people can't refuse, like, right, you have to be honest with yourself and your product first, yourself and your service first. Okay, so let's move on. Customers buy clarity. Confusions kills sales. Okay, when people are confused, they do one of two things: nothing or the cheapest option. So, common clarity killers: industry jargon, too many options without guidance, unclear next steps. Now, these are clarity builders: plain language that everybody understands, right? Simple, plain language. Recommended option, clearly labeled, right? You don't want to have an option in your proposal, right? Let's say your proposal is the base, right? It's 30,000, but you have a $20,000 option. But then you give the customer a proposal for 50,000. How you need to clearly label that the 20,000 is an option, right? Okay. Now, here's what happens next, okay? Once you sign this, we will send over the documentation for you to check over, to approve the materials. Before we get then we'll stage the materials on site. We're gonna need you to confirm where you're gonna put the materials, stuff like that, right? That stuff like that is giving the customer clarity on exactly everything that's gonna happen with this. So now the clarity framework. Every customer interaction should answer these 5 questions. What am I buying? What will it cost? How long will it take? Who's doing the work? What happens if something goes wrong? Even if they don't ask, what happens if something goes wrong? They'll respect you if you tell them, hey, look, we're gonna tap into this wall, but if there's a chance there's a water line behind there. That is a little extreme, but look, like, if a job needs to get done, a job needs to get done at the end of the day. So, clarity, 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 guys. Clarity is number one. Now let's put it all together. The value framework. Before every proposal, check all 4 boxes. Certainty. Have I eliminated all ambiguity? Have I eliminated everything that would make this customer feel like they don't know what they're getting themselves into? Right? You need to make it clear. You need a clear, concise offer. Then you will need to reduce the risk with guarantees, warranties, references, milestone payments, and a transparent process. Then confidence. Does the customer trust you to deliver? So things that build trust, remember, fast responses, actually naming the people on your team, professional reach out, like, your emails, your phone calls, your text messages, all professional. And then, are you following up? Follow up. Remember, it's magic in the follow up. And then clarity. You don't want to send a proposal, or you don't want to send a product with so many with the instructions that just so much jargon, like, right? Like, we're all simple human beings. We want to make sure that we actually know what we're getting into. Like, right? If I'm reading something and I start seeing some words I don't understand, next, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not. And then if it's even crazier if I start to ask you to explain and you don't want to. Oh no. it's just an industry thing. No, it's not just an industry thing. I need to know what I'm getting myself into. I need the clarity before I give you this $10,000, $20,000, whatever the case may be. Let's move on. So now the shift in practice, right? Okay. The price led approach on the left side. Our price is 45,000. Oh yeah, we could probably start next month. We've done this kind of work before. Let us know if you have any questions. Standard warranty applies. A standard warranty applies? What does that even mean? Now here's a value-led approach. Here's exactly what you get for the 52,500. We start on March 3rd, finish on April 15th. Here are three similar projects or references. Here's your dedicated project manager, Sarah, Tony, Ikpamosa, whatever the case may be. And we will also give you a 5-year written guarantee here on terms. Now you tell me, which one would you take? Which one is an offer? Which one is an offer that you can't deny? You tell me. And so now here's your auction plan, your action plan. Audit your last three proposals, rewrite one proposal, and create your guarantee. So now I do a lot of government contracting. So something like this would apply to a government contractor because we send out a lot of proposals, and not you know there's people who are good at proposals. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of people who've been doing a great job without actually looking to see if their proposals are hitting on these points. But what I will say is that I've dealt with government officials before, and when you talk to people in the industry, the government, and let's just say any customer, is not going to go with somebody who's uncertain. If they've had a contractor for the last 30 years doing the same thing, they will continue to go with that contractor because they provide certainty. Now, me being a new customer, let's say every 5 years the government looks for new people to do this job, but they're not giving it out because nobody's creating an offer that no people aren't creating offers that are easy to refuse or that are hard. No, is it easy to refuse? People are not creating offers that are hard to refuse. I don't know if that makes sense, but you need to make offers that are irresistible to your customers, right? If the government say, okay, this job has been going on for the past 30 years, you need to write every single step, every single person, um, as much as you can, as much as you can. Provide certainty, reduce the risk, uh, provide confidence, and provide clarity. And so now, guys, I'll leave you with this quote: people don't buy the best products; they buy the ones they're most confident will work. So let me just put it like this. Put it like this. When you buy from Temu, when you buy from Temu, do you really think it's gonna work like something from Amazon? I mean, like, let's be honest. No, it's Amazon. Amazon versus Temu. You tell me which one you have more confidence in, right? If you go on Google and you see somebody with a 5-star business profile, a 5-star business profile, who are you going with? The 5-star business profile or the 1-star business profile? All right. I mean, well, it depends on how many reviews are there, obviously, but let's just say all things equal, you're going with the 5-star, right? Because they have a proven track record, they have photos, they have testimonials, So stop selling price and start selling peace of mind, guys. Start selling peace of mind. And look, guys, it's 1:51 here. So we're actually gonna wrap up the stream for today, but we'll be back tomorrow or later today, actually. Well, nice chatting with you guys. It's a good one. Talk soon.